And I am one of the teachers of Team Herman Miller.
And I'm Cody Bursch. I'm the other teacher, a part of Team Herman Miller, and I'm teaching at Hamilton Flex Blended. So yeah, this is Kathy and my second year doing it together, and probably our like sixth year or something like that.
I think they're sixth with Future Prep as a total for sure. Yeah. We're so excited. These kids not only took on the challenge of doing academy, which is during the school year on top of their coursework or other responsibilities, but they're also doing it all virtually, which we all know has been a big challenge of 2020, 2021. We're extremely proud of the work that they've done. So without any further ado, we'll let the kids start their presentation.
Hi, I'm Sam and I attend Zeeland West.
Hi, I'm Gabe. I attend Zeeland East. Harvey Lemmer, who also attends Zeeland East, is not with us, but he is a part of the team.
I'm Zoe and I'm homeschooled.
Hello, I'm Keisha and I attend Holland High School.
Hi, my name is AJ Sniller and I attend Zeeland West.
And we are Team Herman Miller. At Team Herman Miller, our challenge was how can we provide more employment opportunities for people from the disabled community? Our focus of the solution was on the acronym AID. AID stands for accommodating, diversifying, and empowering. And we will do this by creating opportunities in the food service, transportation, and flexible job shifts.
We began the process of tackling our driving question by trying to narrow it down. When we first received it, we were a little nervous because of how big it was. One of the first ways we started to set the parameters for our question was by looking at our company. We watched videos about Herman Miller and took a virtual tour, all provided to us by the work of the OAISD, Mary and Nicole. We knew that in order to come up with the best solution, it needed to match with Herman Miller's ideals. Using the new information about our company, we moved on to brainstorming. We also asked a lot of questions so we knew exactly how we were going to answer our driving question. Then we began our research. We searched on positions that Herman Miller offers, how the ACE program works, and different types of disabilities, and more. We asked every question we could think of and are so grateful for all the help the staff gave us. We have multiple conferences with people who had all sorts of different positions throughout Herman Miller, and they were all willing to help us. With all of our new information, we found some of the biggest barriers for the disabled community that we wanted our solution to address. Our three main barriers that we chose were the minimal part-time jobs that Herman Miller offers, the limited amount of transportation available for third shift workers and the disabled community, and the restricted job opportunities available to the disabled community.
So our transportation solution is called a ride share. This accommodates the lack of transportation within the disabled community, diversifies the drive to the workplace, and empowers the community and builds relationships. Everyone is protected from liability through Herman Miller's insurance. And we used a sign-up roster for communication, and this is very easy to implement. We started with a bus. Oh, all right. So here's a rideshare example. You have your first and last name, your phone, email, shift, address, and then the volunteer.
Another way we plan to help Herman Miller provide more jobs for the disabled is to expand ACE into food service. Our team thinks it would be a great idea if employees with special needs could work in food service, and we're not the only ones. We were able to meet virtually with Ryan Martin, a chef at the greenhouse, and he was very eager about the idea. There's a wide range of positions available for disabled employees to take, and the assignments that they be given during their shifts can be modified to stay within their capabilities and interests. The diverse range of jobs available within food service will help Herman Miller to accommodate to workers and their disabilities, and the skills they learn while working there can help them become independent and further them in life. A special needs kitchen is possible and has been done successfully before, as seen in this clip.
O'Brien and Keefe work at Wildflower, a cafe and catering business in Chantilly, Virginia, where more than half of the 70 employees have intellectual disabilities. The nonprofit corporation trains them to work in kitchens and restaurants. Alberto San Giorgio is Wildflower's general manager.
They work around that table 2-3 months in each position, and they dishwashing, they doing cutting things, they do many things. At the end of this process, it takes 4 or 5 years to do that. They are capable to work in any restaurant, in any place, like everybody else.
One idea that we had is that we can really empower disabled individuals within the current accepts. We were thinking of taking a disabled's one of the individual's favorite meals, and then making it for them. And then, as you can see on the right, there's a sticker, and it's just an example with Heather on it. That's what we could do. Put their name on the bottom of it to just show what they do and everything in Herman Miller.
Having flexible job shifts will accommodate the SSI regulations that the people of the disabled community at Herman Miller will be a part of. It will diversify and expand available jobs, as working full-time can be a big barrier. Having flexible job shifts will also empower by allowing more disabled people to work at Herman Miller through part-time jobs and matching shift schedules with our rideshare program. And here are some example schedules.
These example shifts show that we can do an alternating days schedule between Jake and Brent. They work 8-hour shifts and they would fill the work of a regular full-time worker. This allows them to stay well under the SSI limits of making $2,000 a month. We gathered this from Mary, as SSI varies dramatically with all the restrictions, but so we also have a $10 hourly salary for them through SSI, and working 24 hours a week, their average a month would stay well under the $2,000. We also have Susan working a part-time. This shows that part-time workers allow them to stay under the limits and still be able to work. Aiding the community together. These businesses around West Michigan share the common goal of Herman Miller of expanding job opportunities to the disabled. A video of this embodies our hopes for the future of Herman Miller's ACE program.
Richard Harrison is a regular at Wildflower Cafe. He says the food is wonderful, but that's not the only reason he comes here.
I appreciate the approach that the restaurant has taken and hiring those people, but my experience with them is that it's a great experience.
Chopping and packing skills aside, the job gives the employees something perhaps more valuable, a sense of self-esteem. John Stevens, who has Down syndrome, has worked at Wildflower since 2008.
This job is the key to unlocking all kinds of dreams, not just to be in culinary, but to be anything they want to be. This place has given me everything they can to make sure I have a steady life.
Richard Harrison is a regular at Wildflower.
So through this acronym AID, accommodating, diversifying, and empowering, transportation, food service, and flexible job shifts, these were our solutions inside of AID to help become helpful to Herman Miller and the disabled community and the ACE program. And we just want to make sure we were passionate towards them. It helped you guys, and it was very innovative. Thank you for your time. Any questions?